I'm about to share with you a phrase so powerful and enchanting that it will reveal the great secret about men that nobody has ever told you. When you understand this secret, you'll know how to make that special man stay in your life permanently, how to make him desire you endlessly. I should warn you right from the start. The first time you hear this phrase, you might feel a bit taken aback. You might wonder how that could possibly work. But I guarantee you this will have him trembling as he reaches for his phone, desperately needing to send you a message. Every time you say goodbye, he'll be seeking reassurance that you'll see each other again very soon. Most importantly, that man who seems cold and distant right now will never be able to erase your name from his mind or his heart. Get ready to add the most powerful weapon of femininity to your arsenal, because this simple phrase is going to melt those ice barriers completely. You keep staring at your phone. The last message came days ago. Today, there's still silence. It's as if the earth opened up and swallowed him whole. Just when you were beginning to develop feelings for him, just when you thought maybe he feels something for me too, right when those butterflies started fluttering in your stomach, you wake up one morning and boom, the man has evaporated into thin air. Everything suddenly turned ice cold. Distance crept in between you. It's as though that man disappeared and someone completely different took his place. In just a moment, I'm going to solve this mystery for you and tell you exactly what words you need to use to bring that man back to you. But let me say this up front. There's a very clear reason why men do this. First of all, you need to engrave this in your mind, beautiful person. This is not your fault. You cannot control everything that happens in a relationship. That's impossible. But here's another truth. There are preventive measures you can take to avoid this situation from happening. In this video, I'm going to share those secrets with you. But remember, even if I do my absolute best, there's no world where you have 100% control over everything. Those early stages of attraction don't always work in your favor, because when you start liking someone, it becomes harder to present your best version. Thoughts swarm your mind like, please don't let him slip away, please don't make a mistake. And that's precisely when you unintentionally start doing things that push him away. This is the harsh truth about the law of attraction. To be attractive to the person we like, we place obstacles in our own way. But I have a second piece of news for you. Being irresistible is something that can be learned. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly that. I'll explain how to overcome those mental traps, how to make him return to you inevitably. I'll even give you the exact precision messages you should send. Just listen to me and apply what I say. But here's our real goal. We're never going to allow any man to disappear from your life silently again. Get ready for that man to become completely addicted to you, and pay attention. If you're a man watching this video applies to you too, because most of what I'm about to explain are universal truths that work for both sides. One of the situations that might have happened to you could be this, and the scenarios I'm about to describe will increase in importance, so don't miss even a single second of this video. That man might be wonderful, but you've placed him on a pedestal far higher than he deserves. What do I mean by this? It's very simple. He makes you laugh. He's attractive. He might be awakening feelings in you that you haven't experienced in a long time. But you've idealized him. When we develop feelings for someone, it becomes very easy to fall in love not with the actual person in front of us, but with that flawless profile we've created in our heads. That image in your mind distorts the reality of the man standing before you. I'm not saying the man isn't wonderful, but perhaps you're placing him on a higher pedestal than he's earned. If you've also magnified someone in your eyes, write _0_ in the comments. It's crucial that you see him as he is right now, not as you wish him to be in the future. This gives you a much clearer perspective. Moreover, let me tell you something else. You owe this to him as well. He also wants to be seen by you as he truly is, with his flaws and virtues. While idealizing is unavoidable, as you get to know him, you must see the real version. This is critical. So please write this sentence in a corner of your mind. Don't invest in a man based solely on how much you like him. Invest based on how much he invests in you. I'll deepen this topic in a moment, but first, I want to share something that helped me tremendously. As someone who focuses on mental wellness, I once experienced something similar. Not with a man, but with a woman. She had stopped responding to my messages, and during that period, something a friend told me changed everything. It brought me back to myself. I want to share this with you now. Remember who you were before you met him. Remember that magnificent life of yours, those days when you went out with friends and had fun, when you laughed heartily. This person may have entered your life a few months or a few years ago. It doesn't matter at all. But please don't allow them to take control of your life, especially when they're not even by your side right now. Isn't that incredible? The man is absent from your life, yet he's occupying your entire mind. Don't permit this. Don't just remember who you were. See who you continue to be, because you're still that magnificent person with that wonderful life. Don't let someone who came along later extinguish your essence, your light. I'm telling you this because I lived through it. When something similar happened to me, I had stopped being myself. These words may seem simple, but they can help you wake up and reignite that power within you. Remember who you are. Understanding something very fundamental about the law of attraction is vitally important. Leaving space. That space, that distance, is essential for the other person to miss you, for the mystery to be preserved, and for them to wonder if they still like me. When you invest too quickly, you eliminate that space. So you need to clarify this. If you invest, then I'll invest too. I'm not going to pour all my time, words, and energy into you just because I like you. When putting effort into a relationship, you must check if there's reciprocity. If you don't leave room, the other person has no chance to miss you or wonder about you. That mystery is the fuel for them to start feeling attraction toward you. Now let me list some mistakes you might be making. Perhaps you're always the one suggesting meetings. Maybe you're the one sending multiple messages even when there's no response. Avoid this at all costs. If you're constantly the one proposing to get together, and you've done this 2 times in a row, it means you're taking up too much space. By doing this, you're preventing him from taking initiative, from investing in the relationship, and in you. This situation leads to him never truly being attracted to you, and eventually becoming bored with you. But what about that famous question, what are we now? If the man has disappeared, and you're barely talking, just for this reason alone, he's watching to see how you'll react. Are you one of those nagging women who constantly demand explanations? Or are you that strong woman who can control her emotions and her life? What we men seek in the long term is emotional stability. We flee from relationships with too much drama and constant arguments. When he grows cold, or his messages become infrequent, if you're inclined to immediately create drama, start arguments, or get angry at him, that's precisely the moment you should never do that. Do the exact opposite and calm down. Be calmer than ever. Don't try to make yourself pitiful. Don't create scenes. Don't try to act tough. Simply reflect genuine emotional stability. The more you demonstrate that you possess stability and trust-inspiring values, the more you'll attract his interest. If you choose to master your emotions, write, "I am strong," in the comments. We all have difficult times, but during those critical moments when he disappears, you must remain super calm and relaxed. This is the stance of a woman who knows what she wants and doesn't fall apart because a man stopped talking, because she already has a fulfilling life on her own. This indifference, when properly dosed, is extremely attractive. Yes, that person was important to you, but if he vanished, you accept that you can't control everything and maintain your composure, because you're not dependent on him. When he talks to you again, he'll appreciate this stance and find it very attractive. Personally, as someone focused on mental wellness, I adore a woman who's in no rush for anything. This isn't about being an easy woman or a difficult woman. It's about being a woman who knows what she wants and doesn't complicate the simple. A woman with high capacity for understanding the man in front of her, who loves and appreciates men, who understands the differences in how they view life and focuses on the beauty of those differences. If you apply this to your life, it will be wonderful. Because you'll realize that the man in front of you is actually your teacher. He's constantly teaching you something about yourself. This perspective applies not just to men, but to everyone around you. Everyone is a mirror teaching you something about yourself. Now I want to share with you that incredibly powerful phrase today. The phrase that reveals the secret about men that nobody has told you. If you know this, that special man will want you in his life forever. Warning, you might recoil a bit when you first hear it, but I guarantee this will make him grab his phone and write to you desperately. Make him seek promises to see you again at every goodbye. And most importantly, secure your place in that seemingly cold heart. Prepare to add the most powerful weapon to your arsenal, That phrase is this: make him feel free. He will never want to leave. I repeat, make him feel free. He will never want to leave. When a man truly feels free, he comes to you. But if he feels trapped, he desperately searches for an escape route. For a man to feel comfortable in a relationship, he needs that sense of freedom. It's not about forcing him to be with you. It's about making him want to be with you of his own free will. If you believe in the freedom zone in relationships, write "free" in the comments. How do you accomplish this? I'll tell you 3 ways. He needs to see a woman who continues building her own extraordinary life, even though she knows him. He needs to see that even though she's seeing him, she maintains her own friends and social circle. And here's that powerful dilemma. Show that you enjoy getting to know him, that you have a wonderful time with him, but also make him feel that you're not dependent on a relationship. You love being with him, but you don't need him. Do you know why this dilemma is so powerful? Because you're showing interest, while also radiating incredible stability and confidence in your life. You're sending the message that my life will continue to be wonderful, even if we're not together. This is important not just for you, but for him as well. This dynamic is built on 2 people with separately wonderful lives coming together without taking over each other's lives or clinging to each other. If you become like conjoined twins, both sides lose their individuality. It should be the story of 2 individuals who share moments and experiences, who create something magnificent together, but who each maintain their own extraordinary life. Do you know what the greatest power in a negotiation is? Not needing what's on the table. You don't need that relationship because you already have a wonderful life. This is the fundamental rule. When you don't need something, you have no fear of losing it and no dependency. Be the woman he wants to conquer, not the woman he can shape. And let's make the finale grand. I'm going to give you 5 practical tips you can apply today to ensure he never distances himself from you. One of these is a message you can send him. First tip: dedicate time to self-improvement and your passions. A woman who does what she loves, who pursues her passions, is incredibly attractive. Seeing that you also have goals, dreams, and passions is irresistible. Second tip: don't immediately shift into, quote, 3 mode, just because you had a good time with him. Understand that during this process, he might also be seeing other people. He should know there's a possibility you're seeing others too. You don't have to do it, but don't announce that you're not doing it either. Preserve that intrigue. I wonder if there's someone else in her life. Mystery is always attractive. If he asks you if you're seeing anyone else, don't answer directly. Turn the question back to him. Why are you asking? This response can take the conversation to much more interesting places than expected. Third tip: don't immediately pour out everything about your life. Don't describe in minute detail what you do when you're not with him. Keep that mystery, that curiosity, alive. Don't let him know everything about you all at once. Don't lay all your cards on the table. Have things you keep to yourself. This creates a perfect void for generating attraction. Fourth tip: I love this one. Encourage him to do things besides you. If he tells you he has plans with his friends this weekend or a family dinner, say, "Great, you should go." This is very powerful, because usually we expect women to push for spending time together. But you're doing the exact opposite and opening up space for him. We men, when we talk among ourselves, say things like, quote, 4, and we love this. This creates a paradox. While he's at those activities, his mind stays on you. If he knows you're happy while he's having fun, I guarantee while he's playing cards with his friends or at that dinner, his mind will always be on you. Fifth and final tip: escalate the physical tension from time to time. Even if you haven't reached the bedroom stage yet, this is a key point. Physical attraction is the foundation of every relationship. Those intense gazes can be incredibly effective. As men, we fantasize about that woman who, with just one look from across the room, awakens something inside us. So how do you increase this physical desire? Briefly, 5 strategies. Tell him about the qualities you find attractive in men. Let him know and understand what you like. If you're somewhere with music, invite him to dance. Even if there's no dance floor, find an excuse. Get close to him and allow your bodies to make contact. This is taking initiative, and personally, I find this very attractive. This creates an atmosphere of intimacy and desire that cannot be ignored. Find excuses to touch him. Let your hand touch his shoulder, bump into his hand. This physical contact creates a very powerful bond. Hug him. Hugging is wonderful because it doesn't involve the commitment of kissing, but creates a strong connection. Hold the hug 1 second longer than normal to add that extra element. Send an unexpected message. For example, did you buy a new outfit? Try it on, take a picture, and ask, how does this look? I just bought it. Or, were you undecided when posting a photo on Instagram? Send him 2 options and ask, which one do you think? This gives you a perfect excuse to send him your photo. And you know we men love receiving photos. Don't make yourself the main focus in the photo. Make it the thing you mentioned. But you also appear casually looking cool off to the side. This is interesting from 2 angles. First, it starts a conversation. Second, it opens up space for him to respond with a photo or comment. Also, if your relationship is going too formally and you're having trouble giving compliments, this method gives him the perfect pass to be able to tell you that you look very beautiful. But most importantly, you allow that attraction game to restart. If you're ready to apply these tactics, write, "I'm starting" in the comments. That's all from me. That is from your mental wellness guide for today. I hope this information illuminates your path. I hope it helps you manage your relationships with wisdom, serenity, and that unshakable stoic strength within you. Thank you for keeping me company. Before you leave, I've left 2 videos on the screen for you. Both will take your mind to a completely different level. Whichever one you choose, I'm sure it will be good for you. I am your mental wellness guide. Let's continue to delve into the depths of the mind and soul together. See you in the next video.